Bom dia, Pedro. You're not in the camera. The camera is really only showing this. You're not in, I promise. You will not become a star. So let's find a comfortable seat. Find length in your spine, shoulders rolling back and down, hands on front of your belly or on top of your knees, closing your eyes, connecting, arriving. Stormy day in Portugal for the people in cyberspace. We have a big storm, big waves, rain. So we are a bit like floating around, breathing, softening your face, letting your eyes, turning inward. Even you're sitting here with other people in the room, bringing your attention towards yourself. Feeling your breath gently flowing naturally without any effort. And today is a new moon day. Time to plant seeds, setting an intention for what you are looking for what you wish in your life to manifest. Maybe there is something spontaneous popping up this time when the moon is very hidden. This time to let your inner self flower. What you're protecting, we say shadows are seen. So letting yourself connect to your desire, to your wish. What do you long for in your life, in the next days, for today, in general? And setting this as intention for today's practice. Maybe it's a small wish, maybe a bigger wish. Time to set this nice little seed into soil, be watered by your awareness, by your personal energy, by your way of breathing. Breath is like watering your plant. It's all here. And for today's pranayama, we want to take a bit more a dynamic pranayama, the fire breath, Kalapati. So the fire breath is basically the friction of your diaphragm pumping more intensively as we do it normally to speed up a tiny bit. And you want to sucking your belly towards your spine when you're exhaling. Very often when we exhale, we collapse. Like inhaling, we lengthening, and exhaling, we do like, I'm overdoing it, but this is a tiny bit the tendency. So you're inhaling, normally you're growing, there is awareness, there is growth, and by exhaling, collapsing. And we want to bring a bit more awareness in belly, behind 2-3 centimeters behind your belly button, where your sacrum is. It is cool. There sits the energy of the Kundalini. So this is breath you use a lot in the Kundalini yoga practice. They use it really frequently and very often. So we want to take this fire breath, and it is this one, like, oh, my nose. Sorry. If you need to clean your nose, there are some tissues. I'm pushing. So you do it like, it's a very nice cleansing breath, not only for nose, for nostrils, for your lungs. And it is heating up. This is why it's called fire breath. So when you don't know how to do it, it's really funny here, everyone is sleeping. If you don't know how to do it, you can imagine like a dog. A dog is doing this as well, but they use it for cooling. We use it for heating up. It's just a different system they have. But it is like when you see a dog is really hot, they do like. So maybe you want to just for a moment, closing your eyes, imagine you are a dog. Everyone knows this. Open your mouth, eyes closed, nobody can see you. And you do this breath like, come on, please do it. And see what happens with your belly. Belly coming in. And then you're closing your lips. And you emphasize a tiny bit this exhaling. When this is difficult, start again. Inhaling long and deep, rising in your spine, walking your hands forward, stay with your seat down, fingertips. With your exhaling, letting all coming out, opening your mouth like, Stay empty, sucking your belly in towards your spine, chin towards your sternum. You're activating your bandhas, Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, Ilyana Bandha, these 3 layers sitting horizontal in your torso. Stay empty. Inhaling, walking your hands back to your neutral, arms on your side. Sweep your arms over your head. Exhaling, breath. Inhaling, sweep your arms. Stay 60 degrees, folding in your left hand. Point with your left thumb up. Your right hand comes in front of your chest. Ego eraser. One more round with your fire breath. You're inhaling halfway. Exhaling fully. Inhaling full capacity. Exhaling fully. Inhaling halfway and start with your fire breath. When you need, please open your mouth. Start with inhaling long and deep, holding your breath, opening your left hand, plant your left hand on top of your right. Exhaling, bring your chin towards your sternum and stay empty for a moment, holding your breath out, lifting your Mula Bandha pelvis floor. Stay. Inhaling, release, sweep your arms over your head with your inhaling. Exhaling, bringing back down. Inhaling your arms over your head and make your fingers really very stiff, very strong, like eagle claws. And we want to clench the seventh chakra, this chakra here, giving yourself space, connection. And you do it, one of your hands, you can take your right hand, comes in front of your left, and you're opening your arms. And then you're changing side. Left hand comes in front. Opening your arms. And again, swapping hands. This is the movement you want to do with your arms. You're swapping every time the other hand comes in front. And you want to combine this with your fire breath. So with your exhaling, you're bringing your hands together like... Don't think, let it happen automatically. Inhaling long and deep, lengthening. Exhaling, softening in your arms. Bring your hands in front of your belly, closing your eyes for a moment. 3 rounds of fire breath, working different chakras, working different energy lines, activating this energy, sitting down, deep down in your belly, unused. Maybe you can feel this cleansing, this heating up. It is called skull shining breath as well. Opening these energy lines that you find your way, your connection, Mother Earth, Father Sky. Bring your arms next to your body, sweep your arms over your head, turning to your left side, gentle twisting, right hand outside, left knee, left hand in line with your spine. Breathe. Alex, you can use a block when you like. Then you do not need to lean back. Bring a block under your back hand. Yes, you stay longer in your spine. Yes. Inhaling, coming back in your neutral, arms over your head, rising. Exhaling, turning to your right side, left hand outside. Good morning, Anna, you are here as well. Breath. Mama and Papa here. Inhaling, coming back in your neutral, arms over your head. Bring your arms behind you, your hands behind you on your fingertips. So you're planting your fingertips in line with your seat, squeezing your shoulders together, opening your chest. You can stay here or you're rooting down from your knees, lifting your seat, opening up your whole front side. And Alex, you can do this as well on kneeling. Doesn't matter. You do not need to come when this is uncomfy. You're leaning back, and from here you can lifting your seat. Breath, lifting a tiny bit higher. Inhaling, smiling in your heart. Exhaling, coming down onto your seat, letting your arms walking forward, stay on your fingertips, or folding forward. Alex, opening your hips a tiny, your knees, yes, and coming forward. You can stay on your fingertips, this is Inhaling, walking your hands back into your neutral, leaning back a tiny bit and swinging your legs around. You don't need to do this. Sitting here, arms on your side, sweep your arms over your head. Exhaling, turning to your right side. One more, twisting the other leg in front. Maybe you can feel there is a bit of a difference. Belly breathing. Rooting down from your sits bones. Inhaling, arms over your head. Exhaling, twisting to your left side. Right hand in line with your spine. Breathe. Feel this how long tube. Breath in the center of your body. Inhaling, arms over your head. Exhaling, bringing your arms around, fingertips onto the floor, lifting your chest, squeeze your shoulder blades. You can stay here, or you're rooting down your knees, lifting your seat, opening your whole front side. Breath. One more deep inhaling. Exhaling, lifting a tiny bit higher. Exhaling, coming down onto your seat, walking your fingers forward, stay, or maybe you can folding, softening, breath. Inhaling, walking your hands back into your neutral, helping with your hands under your knees, closing them and giving them a bit of a shaking. One side, the other side. Softening these muscles from sitting tiny bit tight, swinging them under you, finding your tabletop, lengthening your right leg and curling your toes under your hands, under your shoulders, giving yourself a bit of a rocking forward, rocking back, finding this warmth in your wrists, and you're stretching out your legs, releasing right, curling left, lifting yourself out of your shoulders, spreading these fingers wide. Knees together and find yourself kneeling. Maybe you need to fold your mat to make a nice little cushion for your knees. Maybe this hurts you and you bring a block, a belt, a blanket or a bolster between your heels. You can use whatever you need. You want to find a nice long spine, your belly coming in. So very often we're letting belly dropping forward. Bring your belly in. Shoulders over your hips, arms on your sides, sweep your arms over your head. Exhaling, bringing them halfway, palms of your hands facing up, fingertips meeting your shoulders. So you want to make sure your shoulders coming down. And from here, you're twisting towards your left side. Inhaling, twisting towards your right side. And inhaling, twisting towards your left. Inhaling, twisting towards your right. So you want to move, keep this movement. And again, a Kundalini practice using the depth of your breath, using this kind of a fire breath. You want to speeding up when you have the movement with your eyes closed. You're inhaling to your left, exhaling to your right. And it looks like closing your eyes, letting your breath be your guide. releasing the thinking, doing, letting your body respond. Inhaling left, exhaling right. And like a huge big pendulum, coming back into your neutral, releasing your elbows next to your ribs. Inhaling, lifting them up, hanging in there a tiny bit more, warming up with your breath. Inhaling, lifting up, exhaling, coming down. Inhaling, lifting up, exhaling, coming down. And again, you want to speeding up, inhaling up, exhaling down, like inhaling up, exhaling, releasing down. Sweep your arms over your head with your inhaling. Exhaling, coming halfway, crossing with your right arm in front, left arm on top, wriggling your arms around, lifting your elbows. You always can bring your hands on your shoulders. Can you bring your hands together? If this is difficult, bring your hands on your shoulders. Alex, releasing your shoulders, coming down. Breathe. Nikki, shoulders down. Pushing your elbows forward. No lifting, pushing them forward. And your neck. Breathe. Eagle arms, opening the space between your shoulder blades. Releasing your forehead. You can stay here, or you're rooting down from your seat and your knees. You're finding a sweet little back bending as you're lifting your elbows. And imagine you're hovering over a ball in front of you. You're pushing your belly in, rounding your spine. So it's not only bringing your elbows down, you want to imagine over a big, big ball, you're folding forward, rounding your spine. Inhaling, lifting up. Exhaling, bringing your belly in, lifting your mula bandha, rounding. Inhaling. Exhaling. It's more work in your belly than anywhere else. Exhaling, your belly sucking in, you're rounding your spine. One more time, inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, coming back into your neutral, releasing your hands. Sweep your arms over your head, come on to your knees. Exhaling, reaching forward from your heart, lengthening your spine, planting your hands in your cat. Inhaling, curling your toes in your downward facing dog, paddling with your feet, spreading your fingers wide. Breath. Bending your knees, flow into your child pose, letting your hands meeting your toes, forehead meeting the floor, softening. Tucking your tailbone in, rolling up your spine, vertebra for vertebra, shoulders rolling back and down, your arms on your side, sweep your arms over your head. Exhaling halfway, bring your fingers on your shoulders, releasing your elbows and taking really big, big circles from your elbows, initiated with your exhaling, you're meeting elbows in your center. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Swapping. Meeting first. Inhaling. Exhaling. Opening up. Inhaling. Exhaling. One more time. Inhaling. Exhaling. Last time. In. Exhaling, releasing your arms, sweep your arms over your head. Exhaling, coming halfway, and then you start. Left arm first, right arm on top, wriggling your arms, finding your hands, releasing your forehead. Remember, tight shoulders, plant your hands, releasing your forehead, lifting your elbows a tiny bit. This is it, and pushing them forward. Observe your belly, bring your, this is it. Breath. Please stay here when this is good enough, or you really want to work from your spine. You want to arching your spine, lifting your elbows, exhaling, rounding your spine, elbows meeting your belly button. Inhaling. Exhaling. One more time. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling back in your neutral, releasing your arms. Sweep your arms over your head. Come on to your knees. Exhaling, pushing your seat, lengthening your spine, planting your hands onto the floor, gazing forward, curling your toes downward, facing dog, paddling these feet, finding every little movement, helping you to opening up. Saskia, spreading your fingers, rolling back your shoulders, tail, letting your neck growing long. Inhaling, lifting your right leg towards the ceiling, staying square with your hips, bending your knee towards your chest and stepping your right foot on the outside of your right hand. Opening your right foot 45 degrees, gazing forward, breathe, planting your left hand in front of your face, letting your right hip opening, bringing your right foot on the outside of your foot and lifting your left arm towards the ceiling. Breathe. Breathe. You do the opposite side. Yes. Breathe. Alex, you do the opposite side. Bring the other hand down and open. You want to lifting where your right hand. This is it. Inhaling. Exhaling, planting your hand back onto the floor, releasing your left knee, your left toes, gazing forward. Breathe, letting your inner groins opening a tiny bit more, and maybe you have space coming down onto your elbows. Maybe you can curl your back toes under and lifting your back leg, your back knee. And one more time on your elbows, you want to lifting your right arm. Breathe. Breathe. Exhaling, planting your hand, lifting your left, stepping back, finding your high plank, lifting your seat with a big exhaling. Spreading these fingers wide, lifting your left leg towards the ceiling with your inhaling, exhaling, stay. Inhaling, exhaling, stay. Inhaling, bending your knees, stepping your left foot on the outside of your left hand, opening 45 degrees. Bring your heart between your hands. Stay. Planting your right hand in front of your face, letting your left foot opening on the outer edge of your foot, lifting your left arm towards the ceiling. Breathe. You want it twisting. Breathe. Breathe. One more inhaling. Exhaling, coming down with your hand, planting your foot back onto the floor, and maybe you want to come releasing your right knee, your right toes. Maybe you have a bit more space coming down onto your elbows. Please staying here or you stay on your hands. It doesn't matter. Breathe. Curling your back toes under and lifting your knees, stretching out. Breathe. Maybe, Christian, do you have space coming down on your elbows or you stay on your hands? This is it. You can. Breathe. Rooting down from your right, lifting your left arm. One more time. Breathe. Come on the outer edge of your foot, letting your hip opening. One more big inhaling. Exhaling, planting your hands, your elbows back onto the floor, gazing forward. Come onto your elbows and stepping your left foot back in your forearm plank, bringing your heart between your elbows, lifting yourself out of your shoulders. Breathe. Exhaling, releasing belly button, pubic bone, big toes touching. Lift yourself out of your shoulders, making sure your elbows are under your shoulders. Pedro, bring your elbows a tiny bit more further. This is it. Rolling back your shoulders, spreading your fingers, 10 toes flat onto the floor. Pulling your hands towards your heart, lifting your elbows and bringing these elbows inward. Pedro, rolling back your shoulders and bringing your elbows a tiny bit more inward without clicking. Inward, rolling, pulling, breathe. Shoulders down, Nikki, breathe. Theo, shoulders down. This is it. Exhaling, coming back down. Hands under your shoulders, curling your toes, lifting your seat in your downward facing dog, paddling. Bending your knees, gaze between your hands. You can hopping or stepping. You want to bring your feet on the outside of your hands. So not inside, outside of your hands, opening them 45 degrees. When you know your hips are a tiny bit tight, using a block, a blanket, a block or a book to come on your seat. Or you're letting yourself lowering down. I did hurt my knee. I'm not sure if I can come down. Yeah, it's okay. Breathe. But if you have difficulties, you always can stay higher. No problem at all. Or you're sitting on a block. Breathe. Long spine. Rolling back your shoulders. Breathe. Breathe. Saskia, coming a tiny bit higher. This is better for your feet and helping yourself, opening your hips here. Instead, you're lifting your heels, bringing your hands in front of you, and you want to lifting your seat, toe, heel, your feet under your hips, hugging your elbows and letting your elbows swinging to one side, to the other side. Like that weight you're holding in your arms. Back into your neutral, tucking your tailbone in, rolling up your spine, vertebra for vertebra, your shoulders rolling back and down, arms on your side, Tadasana. Maybe you feel a tiny bit dizzy. We've been hanging over for a while. First time standing. Arms over your head with your inhaling, exhaling, folding forward, a sun salutation, folding forward, bending your knees, stepping your right foot back, long runner's lunge with your inhaling, exhaling, and making sure you do not overstretch your knee over your foot. You want to pushing your heel back, opening your chest. This is it. Exhaling, stepping back in your downward facing dog. Inhaling, coming into your high plank. Exhaling, knees, toes. Pulling your hands towards your heart, chin, chest, meeting the floor. Inhaling, sneaking forward in your cobra. Exhaling in your downward facing dog, stepping your feet together, your right leg, inhaling, exhaling, stepping your right foot between your hands, long runner's lunge, inhaling. Alex, making sure not over your foot, bringing your foot a tiny bit forward, this is it. Pushing with this heel, opening your chest, exhaling, stepping your left, meeting your right, inhaling, coming halfway, folding forward with your exhaling. One breath, inhaling, exhaling, bringing your prayer. Tadasana, mountain, spreading your toes wide and planting them, lifting your heels. And as if you can lengthening your feet, you're bringing your heels back down. One more time, spreading these toes and lifting your heels. Exhaling down, arms on your side, sweep your arms over your head, folding forward, bending your knees, stepping your left foot back, in a long runner's lunge, inhaling, exhaling, stepping back in your downward facing dog, inhaling, high plank, exhaling, your knees, toes, chin, chest, inhaling, sneaking forward, Saskia elbows, exhaling in your downward facing dog and tail. When you're coming up, try to not lifting your shoulders. You want to coming up, you're pulling your hands towards your heart, shoulders staying down, knees rooting down, and then you're lifting yourself. Elbows glued to your body. Inhaling, come in your mini cobra, and this is better. Look at this. Stepping your feet together, your left leg. Inhaling. Squaring your hips, Saskia, Florina, squaring hips. No, you don't. You're opening your hip. You want to square. This is it. Stepping your foot between your hands, long runner's lunge. Inhaling. Opening your chest. Exhaling, both feet stepping together in front, coming halfway, inhaling, folding forward, exhaling, long spine, strong legs in your standing, inhaling, exhaling, bringing your prayer in front of your chest, releasing your arms, inhaling, exhaling, folding forward, bending your knees, stepping your right foot back, long runner's lunge, inhaling, stay, breathe, your your right hand comes onto the floor or using a block when you need. Your left arm reaching forward, and then from here you want to opening your left arm towards the side, coming on the outer edge of your foot, reaching with your hand behind. Inhaling, coming back. 2 more times. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling back into your neutral, planting your hands, stepping back in your downward facing dog, pacing your energy. When you know this is good enough, you stay in your down dog, you come in your child pose, or you're taking a vinyasa, inhaling in your high plank, choose knees, chin, chest, or Chaturanga, Dandasana, inhaling upward facing dog, exhaling in your downward facing dog. Nikki, open your fingers. Stepping your feet together, lifting your right leg towards the ceiling, inhaling, exhaling, stepping your right foot between your hands, long runner's lunge, left hand onto the floor, right arm reaching forward, exhaling, opening towards the side and letting yourself coming on the outer edge. Inhaling, reaching, exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling back neutral, planting your hands and stepping both of your feet in front, halfway up, exhaling, folding, one breath in your standing, exhaling, bringing your prayer, Tadasana, mountain. Where is your intention? Do you nourish your intention? Setting big one, small one, simple one, more difficult one, doesn't matter. Focus mind, dhyana meditation. Inhaling, arms. Exhaling, folding forward. Starting with your left, stepping your left foot back. Long runner's lunge. One more time. You want to planting your left hand, reaching forward from your right. In. Exhale. Inhaling, coming back 2 more times. Exhale. Inhaling, coming back. And your last time. Exhale. Inhaling, coming back, planting both hands inside of your feet, turning your toes, your back toes that you can, sneaking back, finding yourself in your long runner's lunge with your left foot gazing front. Inhaling, and then you want to sneaking back, staying low, turning your feet, walking your hands between your legs, coming back, facing front, stepping your right, meeting your left in your downward facing dog, stay in your down dog child pose, Vinyasa, inhaling. If you want to learn Chaturanga Dandasana, you're releasing your knees, you stay with your toes curled under. Heart between your hands, lowering down, holding it 2-3 centimeters over the floor, and then from here you pushing with your toes, lifting your heart, rolling over your toes in your downward facing dog. Breathe, fingers, shoulders, observe, breath. Balancing your breath. Breath, Florina, wenn es zu heiß wird, zu kalt wird, sag mir Bescheid. Bisschen Luft reinlassen. Breath. Bending your knees, gaze between your hands, hopping, walking, stepping forward. So when you want to hopping forward, you want to gazing forward. When you gaze between your hands, you can't really hopping forward. You want to gazing forward, finding open space. Inhaling halfway, folding forward, exhaling, one breath, inhaling. Exhaling, bring your prayer, Tadasana, mountain. Breath, Arms over your head, left side starts. Exhaling, folding forward, bending your knees, stepping your left foot back, long runner's lunge, left hand onto the floor, right arm reaches forward. Please use a block when you need. Exhaling, out. Inhaling, coming back. Exhaling. Inhaling, coming back. One more time. Exhaling. Inhaling, bring your hands back and letting yourself sneaking between your hands, really sneaking, turning your toes facing back, and you want to sneaking back, stay low, hands on the floor, and you're coming back. Inhaling, exhaling, stepping back in your downward facing dog, inhaling in your high plank, exhaling, knees, chin, chest, Chaturanga, child pose, and Saskia. When you look towards the floor, what happens is your elbows want to open, daring to gazing forward. You can release your knees when this is a bit too heavy. And then you're coming down, holding, and then you're bringing elbows. Your thing is your elbows. You think you have more strength when you bring your elbows on your side. Bring them on your body. Squeeze them on your ribs. Breathe. See what happens with your shoulders. This is it. Elbows, breathe. Let's meet in downward facing dog. Wherever you are, breathe. Balancing your breath, letting your inhaling be as long as your exhaling. Your exhaling be as long as your inhaling. As this is the pose you are choosing for the rest of your life. Only one asana, good enough to practice. Feeling your belly, this long spine, this long tube we've been warming up with fire breath. Bending your knees, gaze between your hands, hopping, stepping, walking forward. Inhaling, coming halfway, folding forward. One breath in your standing. Exhaling, bring your prayer in front of your chest, releasing your arms in. Exhaling, folding forward, Trikonasana, stepping your right foot back, open it 45 degrees, right hand on your right hip, lengthening both of your legs, opening your torso, and only then you want to open your arm towards the ceiling. Breath. Long spine, strong legs. Alex, lengthening both of your legs, your front leg lengthening. Ja, genau. Und hier, das ist es. One more big inhaling. Exhaling, bringing your right hand back onto your right hip, and you're turning your torso facing front, shortening your step a tiny bit. We want to come in twisted triangle. So first, you want to bring your hips square, shoulders, hips in one line, and then you're turning towards your left side, releasing your right hand inside on top or on the outside of your left foot, twisting. Breathe. Using a block when you need. Breathe. Tail, lengthening both of your legs. Breathe. Ja, guck dir das an. Das ist ein schöner Twist. Breathe. Okay? Breath. Inhaling. Exhaling, coming back down with both hands onto the floor, stepping your right foot back in your long runner's lunge, gazing forward, exhaling, stepping back in your downward facing dog, inhaling in your high plank, exhaling your knees, your toes, chin, chest, Chaturanga, any variation. Inhaling, enjoying this movement. Exhaling in your downward facing dog. Breathe. Breath. Breath. Inhaling, lifting your right leg towards the ceiling. Exhaling, stepping your right foot between your hands, opening your left foot 45 degrees, Trikonasana. So you're lifting yourself halfway, lengthening your spine, helping with your left hand, opening your hip, and then you're releasing your right. How low you can come doesn't matter. Breathe. Beautiful triangles here. Breathe. Breathe. One more big, 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 big and soft inhaling. Exhaling, bring your hands on your hips, shortening your step, but only 2 centimeters. It's really not so much. And then from here, you're opening your hips, squaring your hips, reaching forward from your heart. You can stay here when this is good enough, or you're twisting to your right side, left hand inside, on top, or on the outside of your foot. And from here, breathe. Breath. Very good. Breathe. One more inhaling. Very good, Saskia. You do halfway. Fantastic. Inhaling, exhaling, releasing, planting your hands, stepping your foot back, incoming in your downward facing dog. Stay in your down dog. Take one more vinyasa of your choice. Joining in your child pose, please choose what you need. Breathe. Reaching, beautiful. Elbows and rolling over your toes in your downward facing dog. Breathe. Shoulders rolling back and down. Balancing your breath. Same amount of time of inhaling as you are exhaling. Breath. Bending your knees, gaze between your hands, walking, hopping, stepping between your hands. Please listen. Inhaling, coming halfway. Exhaling, folding, lifting your right heel. With your left hand, you're gripping your right foot from the inside, softening your left knee, your right hand on your right hip, gazing forward from your chest, and with one breath, you take your foot with you coming in your standing. When your arms are a tiny bit short, please taking your knee. When your arms are short, taking your knee, completely fine. Breathe. You wanna bring your knee a tiny bit in your center. You can stay here. Maybe you're grabbing your toes and you're lengthening your right leg. Maybe you're releasing your right arm and you're reaching with your right arm in your back, finding a twisting here. You can do this while you're holding your knee. This is it, beautiful. Breathe, inhaling. Saskia, grabbing your knee. It's not so good for your belly when you're folding forward. You can work like this, exactly. And you're turning towards the side. Inhaling, coming back into your neutral, lifting your knee. Exhaling, releasing, and you from here, you want to flow in your third warrior. You windmill your arms back, lifting your leg. Breathe. Inhaling, bending your knee towards your chest and planting your foot back onto the floor, arms on your side. Sweep your arms. Inhaling, exhaling, folding forward, bending your knees a tiny bit, lifting your left heel, right hand from the inside, left hand on your left hip. Inhaling, lifting your left. Please taking your knee. It doesn't matter. You're doing exactly the same. What you do in terms of your balance. The other thing is only stretching out your muscles. So when you have, releasing this hip down, breathe, try it again. Breathe. Whatever you do, you can hold your knee, and from here, you're twisting towards your side, and you do exactly the same. It's only not a stretching in your legs. You're doing, what we work with this is balance. It's a beautiful extra stretching your leg, and it helps you breathe. Finding your inner Fristi. Breathe. Breathe. Try it again. Breathe. Breathe. Rooting down from your foot. Breathe. This is it. Finding this Fristi. Beautiful. Breathe. And you're coming back into your neutral, lifting your knee towards your chest, and from here you're flowing in your third warrior, reaching back from your leg, lengthening, breath. Inhaling, coming back into your neutral position, you're planting your foot, arms on your side, sweep your arms over your head, exhaling, folding forward, bending your knees and lifting your heels, coming down, your seat meeting your heels, balancing on your toes, your fingers, index finger and thumb wanna meet. You wanna slowing down. Breath. We can play a tiny bit and finding an arm balance. So choose, you can stay here, or we find an arm balance and we want to take the side crow. So from here, your mat is in front, you're swinging your knees towards your left side. So your right thigh comes on the front of your mat. You're turning your torso facing front. So your left elbow comes under your right knee. Your right elbow comes under your right hip. Spreading your fingers wide. Lifting yourself up a tiny bit. And then from here, you can come into your arm balance. Always gazing forward. People used to the practice, you can scissor your legs. And if you would like, you can jumping back and taking a vinyasa. Bring your elbow under your hip. You want to bring this elbow. This is it. And you want to gazing forward, looking forward from your chest. Lifting yourself up a This is it. Look at this. Breathe. Wonderful. Breathe. This leg wanna come towards the side. Breathe. It's not true. This one comes back and this one comes on the side. I'm sorry. This one comes to the side and this back. The back leg, you're connecting with your chest, that you find yourself reaching. So this gives you the stability. Try it again. Breathe. And when you don't want to come onto your arms, please only do the twisting. It's really good enough. Florina, you want to bring, this is it. Look at this. Breathe, and from here with your belly, you're jumping back. Yeah, cool. Florina, you need to bring your elbow under your hip as a helping wheel. And try the other side. We've been working really nicely, so let's try the other side. You're taking your elbows under your knee and your hip. Traditionally, you only would put one elbow in the center of your thigh to do this. But for helping to learn, it's you use both of your elbows. So try it again. Breathe. When you want to learn, Nikki, bring your elbow under. Or you are strong enough. It's more difficult, only with one. And Alex, you want to gaze forward? Exactly. Do not gaze where the weight is. You want to give space. Cool, Theo. Breathe. Almost there. And Christian, this elbow needs to come in front. No, yes. Breathe. And this elbow use as a wheel, helping bring under this hip. Yeah, look at this. What you need to do, Christian, you need to find yourself. First, bring your legs. And then from here, you're twisting forward, hands. And this elbow wanna come under this hip. So you need to bring your hands. This is it. You're lifting your seat a tiny bit. And then from here, you plant it. Cool. This is it. Breathe. Beautiful. And coming back into your neutral. And let's come sitting down. Playful times. Pushing with your hands, your flesh to the side. Paschimottanasana. Exhaling, folding. Remember, folding in your knees when you need. Breathe. Breathe. Arm balances are always playful. You need to find this playful mind, letting yourself falling, standing up again and trying it again. It's more about alignment. It's more about concentration, and it's more about breath. When all of these three is aligned, you're finding it much easier to finding your arm balances. Inhaling, coming back in your neutral. Exhaling in your sitting, bending your right knee, planting your right foot on the outside of your left, helping yourself lifting up, left arm hugging right knee, right arm turning around, slowing down. Inhaling, coming back in your neutral, taking a counter twist to the other side. Inhaling back in your neutral, both legs lengthening, left knee bending, left foot outside right, lengthening spine, right arm, left knee, left arm reaching around, flexing your right foot. Inhaling, exhaling, releasing, twisting to the other side. Inhaling back into your neutral and folding in both of your knees, planting them in front of you, finding your sit bones. Maybe you want to push a bit with your seat, and then you're coming, balancing. Big toes touching, knees opening, arms coming from the inside under, whoops, your calf muscles, and you want to come in your lotus flower, your index finger and thumb want to meet, closing your eyes. Remember your intention, your wish, your desire. New moon, planting this seed of your lotus flower deep down. Growing from darkness, from mud, becoming this amazing, beautiful flower you are. Every day with your breath, you're watering yourself more. Inhaling, and with your exhaling, releasing your arms, hugging your knees towards your chest and flow into your Navasana boat. You can always help with your hands when you need. Lowering down, halfway, inhaling, lifting up. Exhaling, halfway, inhaling, lifting up. Exhaling, halfway, inhaling, lifting up. One more time. Exhaling, halfway, stay. Lowering down a tiny bit more. Breathe, smile. Breathe, exhaling, release, bringing your arms over your head, a sweet, nice little stretch, bending your knees towards your chest, rounding your spine, squeeze your body, planting your feet onto the floor, hip widths apart, your hands on your lower belly, lifting your hips only 2-3 centimeters, and start shaking from your hips, waking up one more time this energy, the Kundalini. With your exhaling, you want to find a deep, deep sound, like a deep and with your next inhaling, lifting your hips a tiny bit higher, releasing your arms on your side. Exhaling, planting your sacrum back onto the floor. And from here, you flow in your Shavasana. Arms on your side, legs growing long, closing your eyes. Taking a couple of adjustments you need to find stillness. Wetting your lips with your tongue, with your eyes closed. Finding your natural breath. Soft in your awareness. Soft in your muscles. And there is a beautiful quote from Mary Oliver. You do not have to be good. You do not have to walk on your knees for 100 miles through the desert repenting. You only have to let the soft animal of your body love what it loves. Tell me about despair, yours, and I will tell you mine. Meanwhile, the world goes on. Meanwhile, the sun and the clear pebbles of the rain are moving across the landscapes, over the prairies and the deep trees, the mountains and the rivers. Meanwhile, the wild geese high in the clean blue air are heading home again. Whoever you are, no matter how lonely, the world offers itself to your imagination, calls to you like the wild geese, harsh and exciting, over and over announcing your place in the family of things. And softly and gently reconnecting with your breath, letting your breath grow fuller and stronger. Feeling this movement in your toes, in your fingers, and letting these arms flowing maybe over your head. Giving yourself one more sweet little stretch, folding in your knees towards your chest and roll to your right side. And with your left hand in front of your chest, press yourself up. Find a comfortable seat, planting your hands in Anjali Mudra in front of your chest, closing your eyes. Any seat you find is good enough. With your eyes closed, remembering your last time, your intention you've been setting for today's practice, for today, for a couple of days, for the next year, for the next month, whatever it is for. Remembering this beautiful seed you are, planted in soil, watering by breath, by care, by awareness. And to finish and seal this practice, let's finish with one deep, long sounding Om, starting together, following your own pace. Inhaling. Thank you very much for practicing with me this morning. Have a beautiful day. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you for coming, training. Dankeschön. Dankeschön, cyberspace. Thank you. Wonderful you are here. Thank you. We have such a big storm, heavy rain, thunderstorms and all.